Hi, Mrs. Jones. My name is Tristan. I'm one of the student physiotherapists here today. How are you going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really well, thanks. Really well. So I understand you've had a Achilles fracture
That's correct.
of your wrist, but now you're suffering from a bit of weakness in your arm.
I have been feeling a little bit weak on my right side, yeah.
Okay, no problem. So what the plan will be today is to assess your range of motion in that shoulder and to assess your strength as well. Okay. Does this sound like something you're happy to go ahead with?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great, no problem. So, first of all, do you have any goals? What would you like to get out of the treatment today?
I'd like to get back to playing tennis as fast as possible.
Yeah.
That's where I'd like to be at the end of the session.
Yeah, okay, no problem. So what we'll do first is I'll just get you to take your shirt off.
Okay.
And then just give me a yell when you're ready.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
What we'll do is just get you sitting in the chair for us. Okay. So we'll start on your unaffected side. So what I'll get you to do first is just with your thumb facing straight, just take your arm up as far as you can for me. I'm just going to apply some overpressure. Good. And back to the start. So now we're going to apply some resistance. Okay. So go for moderate resistance. That's good. And heavy resistance. Off you go. Great. Okay. So now we're going to do extension. So if you just take your arm back as far as you can for me, keeping your back nice and straight. Over pressure. Okay, and off you go again. Good resistance. That's good. And heavy resistance. Off you go. Great. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to do abduction. So just your palm facing this way, you're going to take your arm out to the side for me. That's good. Excellent. Over pressure. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to apply some resistance. Off you go. That's good. Excellent. And now some heavy resistance. Off you go. Okay, that's good. Right, so what we're going to do now is rotation. So just with your arm at 90 degrees, your elbow, and then we're going to go out to the side for me. That's good. No restriction. Okay. Now I'm just going to apply some resistance. Off you go. That's good. And again, heavy resistance. Great. Okay. And now we're going to do internal rotation. So if you just take your arm in towards your tummy for me. That's good. Great. Now I'm just going to resist that motion. Off you go. Great. And again. Good. Okay. That's good. So we'll do the other side, but before we do that, how's your pain? Experience any pain at all?
No pain at all. No, I'm fine.
Okay, great. Might just get shuffle it to your a little bit. That's good. Right, so we're going to go through those motions again, but this time on your affected side.
Okay.
Okay, so just starting with flexion, up as far as you can. That's good. Now apply some moderate resistance. Off you go. That's good. Now some heavy resistance.
Oh, that's too hard.
That's too hard. Okay, so that's a 4 for flexion, for strength. Okay, so now we're going to go into extension. So if you just extend back as far as you can. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to resist you. Off you go. That's good, no problem. Now we'll go for a 5, heavy resistance. Okay, 5 is no problem. Alright, so we're going to do abduction now. Okay, so this involves, just make sure you won't hit your hand. That's good. Okay, so this involves taking your arm up sideways. That's good. Bit of overpressure. That's great. Now I'm going to apply some resistance. So it's a 4. We're going to go through the whole range. That's good. We'll go for a 5. Okay, can't do that. So we've got a 4 for abduction. Okay, that's very good. Right. So now we're going to do some rotation again. So starting with your elbow at 90 degrees. Off you go. That's good. Bit of overpressure. That's good. Now apply some resistance. That's good. And heavy resistance. Okay, that's good. No problem. So now internal rotation. Just in towards your tummy for me. That's good. And some resistance. That's good. And again. No problem. Okay, so a 5 internal rotation. Okay. No symptoms, no pain at all?
Nothing like that.
Okay. Excellent. So what I get you to do now, Mrs. Jones, is just jump up on your belly for me. Just your head up that end. Okay. So just again back on your unaffected side. So just we're going to have your I'll just shuffle towards the other way. That's okay. Yep. So just you're going to have your arm at 90 degrees. We're going to do internal external rotation again. So if you do external for me, it's good. It's good, and I'm just going to resist that a bit. Good one, okay. And again. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to pop the bed up a bit. Okay, no pain, none of those symptoms?
None of the symptoms.
Alright, so now we're going to do internal rotation. So if you do that by yourself, that's good. Bit of overpressure, great. Now we're going to apply some resistance. Okay, 4, that's good. Go for a 5, that's good, no problem. Okay, so now we're going to do horizontal abduction. So what this involves, Mrs. Jones, is just taking this arm back up. So just keeping it bent back up as far as you can.
Okay.
Okay, so if you just do that by yourself, keep it nice and straight. Okay, now I'm going to apply some resistance, off you go. That's good. And again, heavy resistance. Okay, no problem at all. Very strong, Mrs. Jones. Okay, so now if you just shuffle towards me a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do glenohumeral flexion. So starting with your arm back here, just normal flexion. I'm just going to stabilise your scapula. Okay, off you go. Okay, that's good. That's good. And back to the start. Now I'm going to apply some resistance. Off you go. No problem. That's good. And again. No problem. Great. Okay, so same thing again, but we're going to do abduction. So just taking your arm out to the side for me. Just starting back here. That's good. I'm going to hold your scapula. That's as far as you can go. Yep. Okay, great. Now I get some resistance. Off you go. That's a 4. And again, heavy resistance. That's a 5. No problem. Okay, so we're going to do those same things on the other side. Okay, so again, starting with external rotation. So you just take that arm up for me. Overpressure. And you get some resistance. Off you go. Yeah, that's a 4. Go for a 5. Off you go. Okay, you can't do that. So it's a 4 for abduction, external rotation. We'll go for internal rotation. Just if you go by yourself, that's good. Some overpressure. No problem. Bit of resistance. Off you go. That's good. Now heavy resistance. Okay, so that's a 4 for abduction in internal rotation and abduction, I should say. Okay, so now we're going to do horizontal abduction, where you take your arm back for me. So if you just do that by yourself, keeping your shoulder nice and flat on the bed. Great. And against resistance, off you go. That's good. And again, heavy resistance, off you go. Yep, okay, that's a 5 horizontal abduction. Now starting back here, we're going to do the glenohumeral flexion, holding your scapula. That's good, keeping straight. That's good. Okay, good. And now against resistance, off you go. That's not a problem. We'll go for a 5 glenohumeral flexion. Okay, probably not. Okay, so it's a 4. Okay, so now we're going to do abduction of the glenohumeral joint. So starting back here in neutral, and just taking that arm out to the side for me. Off you go. Okay, apply some overpressure. Good. And now against resistance, off you go. No problem. Go for a 5 against resistance. Okay, so probably just a 4 for that one. How are you feeling, Mrs. Jones?
I'm fine.
Okay, good news. Okay, so we get you to roll over onto your back for me. And we've just got one more test to do. So starting on your good side again. So this one's horizontal adduction. So you're going to bring your arm back towards yourself, okay? So if you just do that by yourself, a bit of overpressure, no problem. Okay, a bit of resistance, off you go. That's okay. And again, no problems at all, okay? We'll do it on your bad side. So again, you're just going to take that over by yourself. Bit of overpressure, that's good. Now, okay, a bit of resistance, off you go. That's good. Go for heavy resistance. No problem. Okay, good one. Okay, so what I can tell you from this, Mrs. Jones, is you've got a bit of weakness, like you suspected.
Okay.
So you can sit up for me if you like. Yeah. So you've got a bit of weakness for your flexion. and for your glenohumeral flexion as well,
Okay.
as well as abduction out to the side,
Yep.
and your glenohumeral abduction as well,
Okay.
and also your internal and external rotation when you're doing it in abduction.
Okay.
Right, so we're just going to pick one of those to work on today. So we're going to pick your external rotation. So just thinking with tennis,
Yep.
when you do your serves, that type of thing, you do a lot of external rotation,
Okay.
lifting up the racket. So that's the one we're going to work on.
Yep.
So I'll just show you what we can do. You just come around with me. Okay, so we've just got a TheraBand here.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is just start with your arm abducted at 90 degrees, and we're just going to take that up.
Okay.
Just like you're going for a forehand, kind of serve, smash type of thing. So if you show me you can do that. Okay, good. If you just do a few of those for me. How does that feel?
That feels good, yeah.
Good. No pain?
There's no pain at all.
Okay, good. So the plan for this is basically kind of as pain permits. If it starts getting painful, just stop.
Okay.
But we can also start with maybe 3 sets of 10 for the first couple of days.
Yeah.
And then the more you do, the stronger you'll get, and the quicker you'll get that strength back. Okay, so that's good. So if you just pop on the bed for me, we'll just kind of, so you've come in a week later, and we're just going to reevaluate that strength, and hopefully that the strength in external rotation and abduction has improved.
Okay.
Okay, so if you just do it by yourself for me, that's good. Alright, so now apply some resistance, off you go. That's good. We'll go for a 5, which you couldn't do before, off you go. Okay, so pretty good. So probably, it's in between a 4 and a 5, it's definitely improved, which is excellent. And yeah, if you keep doing those, hopefully you can get that strength back to a 5.
Cool.
Okay, do you have any questions of me?
No, that's fine.
Okay, excellent. Thanks, Mrs. Jones.
Thank you.
And I'll just leave you to put your shirt back on.
Okay.